Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday, you made it to the weekend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I should probably turn on a game or something. That sounds like something I would do. How you guys doing? Kitty cat, yeah. Couple people on some stream streaks. Appreciate it, guys. I think we could all use a dose of Hazel today. Chat, I played Pal World for 12 hours yesterday. It's an absolute miracle that I'm not sitting in front of my PC right now. How's your back doing? Holy smokes, you are in really deep. Are you level 50 yet? Not great. Patikins with a 6-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Happy half a year. No. For the kitty. Oh, kitty. There you go. That one's for you. You have anything to say? Yeah. She's got some purse. She's got some little kitty cat purse. Built a second base instead. Morning, Hazel. Good luck with the solo shuffle today. Why, thank you. Let me turn on game music, because where would we be without our mysterious Pandaren music in every single arena? What are those W's? Oh, those are boosts. There's a 70 boost and there's a 60 boost from pre-purchasing various expansions of past. I don't really use boosts because I like leveling. So if I want a character, I just make another one. Should I check my mail real quick first? See if there's anything needs reposting before I jump in. Maybe have a little bit of coffee. Got the correct amount free from the cave. Grats, Elrathir. That's incredible. I'm very jealous. I'm officially jelly. Man. No wonder the Egyptians worshipped cats. She takes it well. She is preformed for adulation. Just good kitty cat. All right. Am I rich? Oh, I made a bunch of stuff that I never posted. Sometimes I leave myself crafting, and then when I get logged out automatically after a while, I forget that I was crafting, and then I neglect to finish posting. So let's go ahead and send up this. So how's your weekend going so far? Good weather, good activities, good relaxing, cozy, home weekend maybe. Pal World. I haven't been on Pal World in a couple of days. I've got too many games right now. I'm motivated right now to just grind out and finish this shuffle grind. Mind you, I don't know if I'm going to finish it today, but I want to just kind of keep slamming it out until it's over. And then I've been kind of addicted to Hearthstone Battlegrounds because the new patch is really fun. And I feel like it's just really fun. Like the quests with all the new spells and stuff is every time I'm like, listen, I could get the sickest build ever. And sometimes I do. And then sometimes I don't. And sometimes you get the sickest build ever, but then you get, you know, someone else had a sicker build and then you have to go, well, all right, fine, I'll take my 3rd place. I love this transmog. This is gonna work. This is gonna take us all the way there. Windwalker or Mistweaver, Monk. It's a banger. Wish Blizzard put the Bruiser mount on the cash shop. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they're ever gonna make an auction house mount available ever again, or if they just kind of regret it and they wish they hadn't done it. Tea Toast and Honey, thank you very much for the 17-month resub. Appreciate it. Hi all. Hello. How you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I had fun at the end of yesterday's stream using all those marks of honor to go shop for hunter sets. I did not realize how many cool hunter PvP sets I was missing. I think I haven't put any of them on or anything like that, but it felt good to just like get a bunch of transmog. I would check to see what that's done to my overall all the things percentages, except for the fact that I think I turned off the entire all the things add-on on this character because I was sick of accidentally loading the interface for it while I was frantically button mashing in arena. Shouldn't be allowed all this luck. In what way are you lucky today? Low-key sore throat. Stop from getting worse. Eating garlic and honey. I think I got my own dream breath, but it puts people to sleep instead of healing them. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I like honey for that too. I put it in my ginger tea. Hello, how you doing? So here's the situation. I am at 68% towards my Vicious Moonbeast, the owlbear mount with all of the armor. And let's see if we can't make it 70. We just gotta keep queuing. That's all there is to it. You can't worry too much about the particulars. You just gotta queue up and then play your game and then queue up again. Oh look, it's an otter called Squeaks. We have a rogue and a hunter, survival hunter, melee hunter. I need to see this transmog. Let me see it. It's blue. I like it. I like it with the orc hair actually too. That's kind of cool. That's our rogue. And then we have a BM hunter and an arms warrior. This is my kind of lobby. Oh, congrats on the love armor. That's awesome. That reminds me, I need to try for it too. Nice. That's lucky. We have fingers are a little bit cold, but we pre-made a hot water bottle before we even started stream today so that we could just kind of like, I don't know, keep it on the desk or the lap or something like that. You really did make your frames huge. They're massive, yeah. They're still a little far apart. I feel like there's an argument to be made. And I'm just musing to myself because I ultimately take very little opinions into consideration when I'm making my UI. But I'm thinking about maybe making them a little smaller, but a little closer to the middle. It was mainly an attempt to... It was mainly an effort to remind me of who my target is, and then also of what their marker is. Because the frame is so huge, the marker on top of the frame is also pretty huge. So I run through this exercise where I'm like, okay, this is my target, that's their marker, find the circle. It's like a little Zelda minigame. Because I am horrific at forgetting and or just losing where my DPS are. So... Bam! Don't worry, the hunter's not really dead.
Avenging Wrath.
So, going around this side. I think that's the end of the go, but hopefully we got some good defensives out of them there. Bam!
Bound.
Bam! There we go. That's one. You mean you are great losing your DPS? Just like my partner gets it. First try, still have no armor, no rocket. Speaking of YouTube videos, noticed you didn't want Grim Batal Mythic. Is that because you hate fun? I really appreciate that you watch my video. Thanks. I do hate fun. That is confirmed. That's on record. She's also the one that ran ICC with me on a whim. Here, Invincible? I just got that. What is it? Oh, dear. I used to play on Thrall. That was my realm for a minute. Bam!
Avenging. Bound.
playing kind of greedy, but it's hard when they let me get away with it. I'm gonna see if I can clone the bot. And there's Turtle.
Bound.
I had a button for that.
Bound.
Bam sounds really loud. I mean, I can turn, here, let me turn overall game sound down. It's just, it's loud because it needs to be for me to notice it. So if I turn it down in my mix, I don't know, I like the Bam, but I don't want to bother you guys. So mount your farming, what's the achieve for it? The mount is the Vicious Moonbeast. It's not an achievement, it's the current season PvP Vicious mount. So you have to fill up a bar in your PvP journal by winning rated PvP matches. So we're in rated solo shuffle. Just trying to get 3 rounds, 3 wins out of 6 or more. Should watch Ellesmere's stream sometime. Morning Hazel at 1600 in shuffle. I think we're addicted. Nice, congratulations. Yeah, I haven't watched my own stream VOD back because I kind of don't want to watch it and then be like, oh yeah, the Bam is loud. And then feel bad. I'd rather be in denial. That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Look at these double hunters. Alright, my rogue's a square, and that's my warrior, and that's my rogue, and that's my warrior. Loving the hair today. Thanks, honey bun. I like this hair. This is vaguely what I wanted my hair to look like when I had long hair and I couldn't get it straightened properly to save my life. Also when I dyed it purple, but I ended up dyeing it like the dark color of crayon purple.
Bound.
I'm never gonna get away with it, but I can get away with something.
Avenging Wrath.
Oh, is the paladin lagging? I saw them running in place. That might be part of what's going on here. I hope they don't leave. That's a turtle. Can I clone turtle? I don't think I can actually. The other one's got bomb. There we go. Bam! Levers are so demoralizing. I was about to finish a game 5 and 1, someone bailed. Yeah, I was reading a thread about people talking about how they genuinely consider if they've won like the first 3 or 4 matches, as a healer specifically, because as a healer you know if you're winning, the other one's losing. And that if you've won X amount of rounds, that you consider like kind of throwing the end ones just so that the other healer doesn't leave. And I thought that was not like a good idea to do, but just an interesting commentary on the place we're at in solo shuffle. Yeah, I haven't tried it, Saga, but word on the street is that doing brawls, so like the Battleground Blitz, might be a good place to get honor. And if you go to the place where the PvP vendors are, there's a bunch of quests near the entrance, and those give you big chunks of honor as well. So. Hunter's trinketed. Oh, see, look, someone left. And it, yeah. Which means we don't get credit for, we get a little bit of rating because we were winning up to that point, but we don't get credit for we don't get any mount credit for that round. But I think maybe that healer might have been lagging, so there might have been like a tech issue there. Whoa, I'm throwing chapstick around. Whoa. Pardon me, kitty. Hold on. You're good. You're good. I got you. Alright, well. Back can we go? Yeah, still at 68. I like melee lobbies. I find them easier to keep track of than caster lobbies. Even though that as a druid, I think I'm favored for caster lobbies, but like, I just need to practice. I think the thing that I really need to do, and that I've been trying to do to some effect, is when I'm in a caster lobby, is to just pretend I'm PvEing. Just sit on a pillar at 40 yards and do the meme thing and just PvE heal from 40 yards. Like, I really like pushing in with the team and being really aggressive with CC. But when I do it with casters, they end up on polar opposite ends of the map, and they're also dead. And I've also ended up in a bunch of CC too, because sometimes there's casters on the other team. Yeah, it's much easier to get them out in threes. The thing I'm doing is not a good idea. I'm just being stubborn about it. For sure. Played 3 shuffles yesterday. 2 out of the 3. Someone left the last round. Do I just got a quest? Mainly do dungeons to level. Worried about queue times. You can always quest while you're in a dungeon queue. So you queue up for your dungeon and then go quest until your queue pops. And that way you don't have any downtime. I feel like warriors are really good at line assigning me. Oh yeah, they do that. Bless them. I have this really unfair mental image. I have this mildly, occasionally unfair mental image of warriors as Labradors. And they're just very excited. And they see an enemy player and it's like you've thrown a stick. You ever seen a lab just like jump into the ocean with no regard for where they're going or what the, you know, where their people are or anything like that, the weather? And Warrior can confirm that. And whenever I've played with them, they've always been very straightforward, happy, easy to please people. You know, they got some like chicken wings on the way from DoorDash or something. They're bumping their music. Oh, it's over again. And they're just charging in and doing warrior things. I love it. I love healing warriors. I'm a turbo cleave. I'm a turbo cleave girly on the inside. I like healing enhanced shaman warrior. I have a hard time healing arcane mages. Teleporting behind every possible pillar, can never find them. I feel that way about warlocks occasionally. I lose warlocks sometimes. Start jumping into unrated BGs. Very bad at line of sighting my hunter because I'm just used to being super mobile. I have a hard time sometimes. I will line of sight my teammates when I'm trying to run away and line of sight enemy DPS. And sometimes you want to run. It depends. Not so much in solo shuffle because you can't count on anybody here. But in actual threes, sometimes you want to, you know, like bring people to your team so that your team can peel for you, and not run 90 yards away from your team and then go die under a pillar. It's like I'm digging my own grave. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at that too. Also forget I'm not actually immortal on my warlock. Let's see, we have an arms warrior, demon lock, the traditional demon hunter, and a balanced druid. It's a boomy. Hello, welcome. No one ever plays boomkin. Not no one ever. I'm sure it's fine. I just DPS druids don't crop up super often in my rounds. You see a lot more rogue mage, warlock, death knight, monk, demon hunter, basically everything else. Yeah, boomy. What else do I not see? Outlaw rogues, never see those. I've seen every spec of hunter. Tanks, thankfully. I haven't seen any tanks in my queues, which I appreciate. Let's keep it that way. Frost DK. To be honest, I think I've seen Frost DKs because I've seen them Pillar of Frost. That's the only way I would know. I don't really keep track of what spec a DK is because they're all the same to me. Frost and Unholy play in a pretty similar way at this rating. Okay, that's my Demon Hunter. And then my Boomy's all the way in there. And they've cloned the Shaman.
Avatar.
And now they're getting it done, so we're just going to kind of sink some stuff into them right here. And I'm going to find my pillar.
Hikes. Hikes.
Because I really want to not... I mean, I'm Fear DR'd now. But I'm really bad for just standing in line of DPS that can CC the daylights out of me. So it's... I'm going to try to get used to hanging out a little bit more on a pillar. Assuming that I can actually heal people in range. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Shadow Fury ascended.
The nice thing about being really bad at this game is that the mistakes that you're making are stupid. And you know they're dumb. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're just not doing it. Which means that as you get more comfortable and as you get more of the basics of the game back down to muscle memory, where they belong, you then have easy, actionable fixes because you know what you're doing wrong, and they're not complicated things to fix. It's not like a quantum mechanics problem. It's like a try and, you know, find your DPS and line to some CC problem.
Fear.
And it'll lose you the game all the same if you're not doing a good job of it, but
Fear.
it's better than, you know, at least it's a reasonable point to build from.
Ascendance. Tyrant.
No, don't. Stop that.
Avatar.
Bad habit. Aaron Knights, thank you very much for the 25-month resub. Oh yeah, Og. I don't see a lot of Ogvokers. Don't see many Aflocks, mainly Destro. I've seen a few Afs. Not tons of them. There's a Shadow Priest once in a blue moon, but not wildly often. And I find that they're often, people try to kill them. They don't die super easy, but people certainly target them like they will. I'm just glad that whatever this meta is, people don't... I have some survival buttons. And more so than having them, people know I have survival buttons, which means that they don't spend the entire day attacking me. Because I hate getting trained. It's distracting. Even when it's a bad idea for them to train you, it can still work on me.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. Avatar.
So my other DPS is in quite deep. Coming back now. See if I can get a wind shear.
Bam!
Ascendance. Metamorphosis.
Oh, nice dead spirit link totem. Love to see
Bam.
that.
Avatar. The Hunt.
Bam!
Where'd my order circle go? There they are. Found them.
Avatar.
I'll get a reef if I can.
Bam!
Bam! Bam's my favorite part of the stream. Let me see. Let's try that. What rating? 1700-ish. I'm mainly here for the Vicious mount. I kind of wanted Battle Mender, but I'm trying to let go of that dream. It was getting me tilted.
The Hunt.
So that's my boomkin. Standing right there. And I've got some lovely trents for them, so even if I'm CC'd for a bit, we're all good.
Tyrant.
Oh, that's what that does. Okay.
Fear. Metamorphosis.
Keep thinking of that scene from the Step Brothers movie where Will Ferrell asked the guy, "Are you saying pow?" I don't think I've seen that one. Hi, Hazel. Hello. How you doing? Hi. Good morning. Or good afternoon or good evening. Speaking of movies that I watched for the very first time in my life, I watched Clueless last night. I had never ever seen it. It had influenced so many different properties that I have seen in my life. I'd never watched Clueless. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really fun. I kind of hated the ending. Like, I guess I shouldn't be worried about spoiling this movie. It came out in 95. I know that the character that the main character ends up, the ending is so good. It's too incest adjacent, man. Like, I know he's not really her brother, but he's there in a brotherly capacity. And it's gross. It's really gross. I was just like when they, and also she's 16 and he's like in college. And I did not care for that. But like the movie was really fun.
Ascendance.
Yeah.
Tyrant.
And it is Paul Rudd. The
Ice.
90s. The 90s were not that long ago.
Cyclone.
Oh. I don't know. That part is the
Cyclone. Shadow Fury.
So
Cyclone.
who are we on? Oh, I
Fear.
should have gotten another line of that. There's a lot of them.
Fear.
DR here. I'm pretty fear DR'd at this point, so I can kind of just live my life for a minute. I need to get some kicks, or I can just like go for it.
Fear. Cyclone. Cyclone. Ascendance. Shadow Fury.
They were. Yeah, but like 30 years ago is not like 200 years ago. It's not the Stone Age. I was alive, right? Like I think that's gross anytime. I don't think that's we're too modern for that. I don't know. Blonde Paul Rudd. He wasn't blonde though. Not in that movie.
Ascendance. The Hun. Ascendance.
Alright, what are we saying?
The Hun. Cyclone.
Didn't quite get to that one.
Cyclone. Metamorphosis. Cyclone. The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
Why doesn't he want a wind shear?
Cyclone.
Is he not spec'd into wind shear? I swear I've seen a wind shear before. Alright, warriors in the blue square.
Cyclone.
Warriors over there on the shaman.
Metamorphosis.
No, the shaman's a blue square. And warrior's also a blue square. There's 2 blue squares. I'm
Cyclone.
fracturing.
Cyclone.
Excuse me? Did I do that? Is that because of my... No, it's not because of my focus.
Metamorphosis. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Took me a few
Cyclone.
games, but I found my Shadow Meld button.
Cyclone. The Ascendance. Cyclone.
I should almost
The
let it
Hunt.
clone me again because it would ruin their DR at this point. Really want to do it. Maybe not.
Cyclone. Hex.
I was at 1700 in my Warlock before taking a break, dreading queuing back up to get 1800. I mean, there's nothing that says that you have to. Nothing says you have to come back. I'm having a better time if I just let go of worrying about the rating and I just try to make the goal to get in and play. Because it does feel good the more you play to kind of feel comfortable with different things again. I'm not fully on top of what's going on, but I'm better than I was last week. I need to set true. Well, then my advice is start earlier rather than later. Leave yourself lots of time. Should have trinketed that. Still gonna do it. Okay.
Hex.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a treat. Are you gonna cyclone me? Oh no. There's a grounding totem somewhere.
Cyclone. Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Alright.
Ascendance.
I'm putting up Moonfires. I will not
Cyclone.
have 0 damage on my meter. Oh, I'm gonna lose somebody. That was a bad idea. That was not a good use of my time. Oh, we're fine. It's a Warlock.
Avatar. Cyclone.
I lost my Warlock again. Yeah. That's the trouble sometimes. But that's okay. We got 4 wins there, so that's still worth some progress. How many PvP add-ons? Friends told me about 10. Never got any. I have a spreadsheet that has a list, and there's a PvP section in the spreadsheet. The main thing is Gladiator Losa is telling me about different spells and abilities the enemies are using, so things like Cyclone. You can go through and you can kind of check or uncheck things he wanted to tell you about. That's Honestly, not that useful for me because I have such audio latency. I'm using like kind of a terrible Bluetooth earbud, so by the time I hear it, it's over. It doesn't. It's a bit silly. Omnibar, very important. That is also telling me when like an important spell's been used, but more importantly, it tracks kicks when they've been used to help me juke. And then Gladius is giving me my frames. It's finally behaving. They need another solo shuffle tournament. You think? I don't know if I knew that they did one before. Juke is another term for fake casting, where you start a cast but stop it before you finish the cast to try to bait somebody into using an interrupt onto you so that their interrupt is down and then you can safely cast. Yeah. Come on, kitty kit. How come such audio delay? It's just standard Bluetooth. It's just standard Bluetooth. It's not like super high-tech gamer Bluetooth and it's not wired in, so it's just shy of a second, but in PvP that's long enough. For the hex or whatever to have already gone through. But yeah, you have on my gear, if I open it up, I have a piece crafted that has this statue of something. Maybe it is precognition. You can get a piece of gear crafted and it gives you this ability where if an interrupt is used on you and you're not casting, you're then immune to CC interrupts and cast pushback for 4 seconds. So if you've successfully fake cast and you have this, you can then basically free cast for 4 seconds and then do whatever it was you were trying to do. Almost 4 grand kit. Yeah. That's what the Warlock PvP talent is called. Yeah, statue of something or another is the name of the item that you get crafted onto gear for this thing. Statuette, maybe? Statuette of foreseen power is what I'm talking about, which I get different than what you're saying. Yeah. Kitty, you want to be on camera? You want to see your people? So I guess I just barely got I got my first bit of progress for today because we were doing well in the first couple rounds, but then we had a couple of people leave. So we're now officially up to 70%, kitty cat. We're 7 out of 10 points there. I did not dye it. No, I would never dye a wig. The only thing I did was trim the bangs so that they're the approximate length that I needed. I have a few different wigs in a few different colors with different dye melt section or dye melts on them already. Slowed down so much at like 75. Just gotta finish. But I like this one because it feels very me. If the PvP sets upgrade your item level in BG's and Arena, do you need to bother upgrading them? They don't upgrade. So upgrading PvP gear only affects the item level outside of PvP. It will always be, even if it's 1 of 8 upgraded, it will always be 489, like an epic piece of Conquest gear. It will always be 489 in arenas and battlegrounds. So upgrading it is just if you want to also use it for other stuff in other parts of the game. Otherwise, you don't need to worry about it. The first 2 seasons of this expansion, I didn't upgrade a tiny bit. Is this like a new sub-goal version going back to the one before the last sub-goal? No, the this one was already unleashed. The sub-goal was to unveil the blonde one that has the pink on the ends. There is one more wig you guys haven't seen yet. I haven't set up a sub-goal for it. I suppose I'm pacing myself, but I just kind of pick which one I want to wear on a day-by-day basis, maybe a week-by-week basis. Yeah, I will say none of them are an afro. All of the wigs have bangs, because that's kind of like, I used to wear bangs, so it feels very normal for me. But secondly, it's kind of the wig cheat code to not have to worry too much about, like, don't get me wrong, you still want to put it on and like take good care of it, but it's a lot easier to make a wig that has bangs look natural than it is, well, than it is to do like a lace front, because lace front's just a little bit more finessing to get it blended and to get it, situated correctly, and it's not something that you can just slap on in like 10 seconds and then have it look amazing. This is kind of the easy version of it. I didn't look at anything that's going on. I've done no research. This demon hunter is named Skinny Fiend, which is kind of funny.
Sol Rod.
I don't really know what it means.
Sol Rod.
If I die, it's my fault. I don't know if I've ever seen that ability before.
Shadow Fury.
Alright, well I'm now officially, fully, thoroughly... Pizza shit! Cheat! Pardon me. I mispronounced their name.
Fear.
Yeah, probably a big fan of sheet pan pizza. That's probably what's going on there.
Sol Rod. The
I'm
Hunt.
not paying nearly enough attention and I'm making some big mistakes here. Let's square up a little bit. That's my warrior. That is a shaman named Shahahaman, which I also kind of enjoy. That's a cool combo. I mean, I hate it because it's getting me like out of range of all my people, but
Fear. 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 Sol Rod.
I don't think I've ever been CC'd this much by a demon hunter before. It's kind of cool.
Metamorphosis. Avenging Shadow Fury.
See, this is an F-lock.
Fear.
Yeah, no, we can perma that person. I don't think that this is the right place for them to be. There we go. What's going on here?
Metamorphosis. Avatar. The Hunt. Avatar. Avenging Wrath. Metamorphosis.
Oh, nice.
Avatar. Avatar.
I think my problem is I'm not walking out of those runes fast enough.
Metamorphosis. The Hunt.
Ooh, I like doing that. That was fun. So there, my statue just proc because I juked the kick on the healer. Nice. Oh, it is a tank demon hunter. You're right. I didn't even think of that. Interest in the MDI. I mean, I like doing keys for myself. I've not found a huge desire to watch other people do keys. I do play Mythic Plus. I do my 20s every season, but that's usually about the end of it. Never seen Tank DH, saw a few Blood DKs this season. But it's been a long time since I put on esports. I didn't watch the AWC either. That's probably why that Demon Hunter does all kinds of things I've never seen to me before. Is because they're a tank.
Metamorphosis. Ascendance. Metamorphosis. The Hunt.
They've improved the format a bit. Oh, nice. Love Rocket Mat dropped. I can't stop staring at it. Congrats, Dawes. Oh, man. We need to find one more win in these rounds. It's kind of a cool mod. I like seeing people use these sarongs for different looks. We need to scrape another win, and then we'll be 2% more. RTS Planet, thank you for the 43-month resub. There's my DH.
Sol Rod.
I have a bad feeling about this particular
Fear.
matchup.
Sol Rod. Sol Rod.
Oh, never mind. That works. That reminds me, I need to do one chance at the love armor. Maybe after this match, if you remind me. Okay, so now we just need nobody to leave. Nobody leave. Everybody stay. I'm trying to get an owlbear over here. Oh, man. Bye-bye. Yeah. Kitty, you should be on camera too.
Avatar.
I'm just gonna give you a couple hots, and then I'm gonna go home and hang out with the warlock over here. Did you lightning lasso one of my Trents?
Thanks.
Excuse me? I've never seen that. Is that an actual play? Is that a good idea? Oh, I enjoyed that. It's like when I PI like a warlock pet or something.
Avenging Wrath. Thanks. Ascendance. Avatar.
There we go. Maybe it was on me
Thanks.
for some reason, and I just didn't like see it or something. I don't post my transmog anywhere, but if it, like, you should be able to see it on Armory. If you're looking for the character that I'm on now, it's Evaleria. How do I spell Evaleria Lightbringer? The boots are called, I think they're Kyrian boots. These ones are called Forsworn Aspirant's Slippers. Forsworn Aspirant Slippers.
Searing Glare.
There's a few different colors of them.
Avatar. Sol Rod. Avenging Wrath.
How did that not work?
Avatar.
Maybe they're DR'd.
Fear. Sol
I'm
Rod.
wrath spamming. I'm wrath spamming.
Sol Rod. Avatar.
Why did I? That was a greedy. Being a greedy Gertrude over here. Yeah, soul rot. Although, to be honest with you, I don't really know what it does. I'm assuming damage. One of those things that I just like left on the
Fear.
Gladiator Losa. Seemed important.
Sol Rod.
Yeah, soul rot. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. That'll do. It's good honor. We should go see if we can buy any more marks of honor. Watch the week's news video. Oh man, am I pumped for the heart though, Matt? You like it? What's in drain life from multiple targets to heal? I should really spend more time line of sighting warlocks. I should just stand in front of them and let them do whatever they want. Alright, what do we get? Rousing ire. Am I like capped on flight stones or anything? You get flight stones sometimes from these things. Yeah, I could probably spend some. There's no harm in upgrading the gear. I don't really need to, but like, you know, if I have the flight stones anyways, I may as well. Shopping, and then love armor attempt. Friendly reminder. True. 1-4 got 8 rating. That's rough. Yeah, people talk a lot about like MMR and is it inflated? Is it deflated? Is it working as intended? I have found it is very easy to tank and very hard to climb, but it might just be because I'm playing at the rating that I'm supposed to be at. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't claim to know enough about the system to be able to say whether it's its fault or not. Oh, I could buy another piece of another weapon for Conch Transmog. There's the staff, or there's the axe staff, which is pretty cool. It's the Agi one. Sure, why not? Maybe I'll use that one day. And then honor points wise, yeah, I can get like 1 arboreal distinguishment. Sometimes you get marks of honor directly too. Oh yeah, and then we get a little bit more too, actually. These little conquest medals that you get for just being brave enough to go in as a healer. Easily hit a wall because I haven't gotten better gear since like the start of the season. Yeah, the gear piece helps for sure. Okie dokie. Shall we do a love armor queue? Let's do that. I can do it on this character. Oh, look, I'm 1799. Oh, I think that means that even if I like win 6 rounds, I'm still gonna get no progress for Battlemender. I would need to get above 1800 and then start winning. I needed 1 more rating if I was gonna work on that. But at least I have my elite armor already. I have been 1800 before. I just tanked well below it. So I'm gonna have to do a little more if I want Battlemender. Crown Chemical. There we go. That's the stuff. Battlemender is a title that you get for healing and winning 50 solo shuffle rounds at or above 1800 rating. I don't know if it's like, I don't know many details about the title. I don't know if it's I'm assuming it's character specific. I don't know if it lasts beyond the season, because many PvP titles, like getting like Rival or Duelist or whatever, you wear those for a season and then it goes away unless you get like a rank 1 title, which we don't worry about. So I don't know if you earn Battlemender, if you get to keep that beyond the season, because if you don't, then I'm never working on it ever again. It would be the one time I ever do it. But if they came up with like a different title for it, that would be cool. Rank 1 is the highest rank that you can get. Rank 1 gives you a special title that you get to keep forever. So if you've seen somebody walking around as like a relentless gladiator blank so-and-so, or warmongering gladiator so-and-so, that means that they finished rank 1 in a season. It doesn't mean literally the top rank player, although it could be. Let me look up what it means these days. Impossibly lofty goal. Rank 1 is pretty serious business. Even Flabby's only done it once as far as I know. And Flabby's bonko. Flabby's Flabby. Rank 1 PvP title. Wow. What's the deal? The highest prestige, you earn this by being in the top 0.1% of the arena ladder when the season finishes. Top 0.1% of the ladder. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Yeah, just be the best. Like no one ever was. Yeah, even for like super multi-glads, rank 1 is still sweaty. People end up doing vaguely dirty things because there's only so many teams at that top rating, and a lot of them will have people that stream because there's a fair overlap between the best PvPers and people that stream and can PvP all day for a living. So you'll end up in the situation where it's like, oh hey, so and so turned on their stream, they're queuing, we counter them, log on, let's queue up, like sniping, so to speak. I don't know how prevalent it is, but I know it has happened. Gladiator. These days here, let me look it up because it's changed over time. Let me look this up because I also want to know. Not that I'm anywhere close. Well. Because Gladiator gives you the mount. These days, nowadays, awarded to characters that win 50 games at 2,400 rating or above. So you got to get to 2,400 and then win 50 3v3 games in that bracket. It used to be a percentage of the ladder thing, and now it's at 2,400, which is going to be varying levels of difficult depending on how inflated or not the ladder is. 2,400 games in some seasons are just against, you know, Jim, Tim, and Tammy. And sometimes it's against, like, rank 1 Blizzard competitors. It just depends on how the ladder's gone. There was a season in Shadowlands that I kind of regret not playing at, where apparently it was, like, a gimme. Like, it was not like a total gimme, but, like, way easier than it had ever been before or since. But it does not seem as easy nowadays. But if you ever see anybody on, like, one of those cool... Like, there's specific Gladiator skins available for dragon riding mounts. And Glad's the only way to get those. I'm gonna get up and take a short break and then come back and get back into it. BRB. Okie dokie, I'm back. Man, that puppy is fluffy, and his ears are like, when he puts them all the way up, which he doesn't do very often, but when he does, it looks like he's trying to receive radio. They're huge. Hi, Hazel. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, Saga, that is correct. You would need to get to 1,000 ratings separately in each one, but once you're at 1,000 rating, you will earn progress in either bracket. And Vicious Mount progress is also account-wide, so you could do it on multiple characters. You can get a couple different characters up to 1k, and you could just play on whichever one you want. Got the X45 mount. Congratulations, Travelers, guys! Yeah, I don't know what the percentage looks like nowadays in this season in Shuffle, but Rival, which is roughly around where I'm at 1,800-ish, is usually approximately the top 10% of the ladder, which is something that I use to make myself feel better whenever I feel like I'm trash. Yeah, no, Vicious Mount grind is not character specific. This is totally account-wide. Look at us at 72%. Look at us go. Okay, all right. We got warriors. And a Windwalker and a Shadow Priest. Love to see it. Getting there. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming together. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. I couldn't find the cat. She's on the heating pad. Should I turn it on for you? I don't know. I think you're good. If I keep my feet out of the way, I won't step on her. That is the one trouble of when she sits under my desk, is that occasionally you just forget the cat's under there and you move your feet, then you're like, oh dear lord, I've bumped her. I did do my love armor attempt. No luck. I've only been given it one go a day though. Okay. Arms and Fury. A full pair of Fury Warrior. I love it. And then our enemy healer is a fellow Resto Druid. Whatever you guys want to do. I'll be right behind you. No spells for that.
Cyclone. Cyclone.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Is it worth to do the big dig more than once a week? Yeah, if you're invested in grinding out the cosmetics, you'll get a decent amount for doing the dig as many times as you can. It's a lot faster to just kind of show up for a couple of digs a day than just once a week. But your best value for your time, so to speak, I'm down to just doing it once a week. If you did not have the mount, how many attempts per day would you put in? Probably still one. That was what I did last year before I got the mount. I just got lucky and I got the mount. This is not my favorite map because I'm not great at it. I'm not very good at this particular map. I have a tendency to end up in places where I ought not to be.
Avatar.
And also losing DPS. That was a good triple fear.
Power infusion.
Avatar.
Karma. We like karma when it's on our team. There's so much DR here.
Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Oh, whoopsies. Heard the whistle, thought I was playing my druid. I used the same way, Cora. Very good at LOSing my healer in this map. After 12 years, got the rocket, third day this year. Nice. Armor will evade me another 12 years. I think the mount's much cooler than the armor, if that makes you feel any better. I think that the mount is the real money. All right, we can do it. We can crank this out.
Cyclone. Avatar. Power infusion. Cyclone. 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 Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone.
I've seen quite a few druids using bash instead of in-cap roar. I think it's personal preference, especially in shuffle where you can't really account for the kind of DR that your team's gonna have. But I've come to really like in-cap roar because it's really easy to send off. You can use it while you're spell locked. And because you can use it effectively not only to get clones on a shorter cooldown than bash, but also to peel. It's not as good for setting up kills, unless you can kind of like cross EC somebody with it. But I used to get myself in trouble running for bashes. Okay.
Avatar.
That's karma. We don't need to be hitting into that. Not in this bracket.
Cyclone. 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 Cyclone.
Druids can shift out of roots, but sometimes we forget because nobody bothers to root us because we can shift out of roots. So sometimes if you root a druid, it'll take them like a global, and at this rating anyways, I'm sure at a higher rating it would never work. But sometimes it can take them like a global to like figure out what's happened because nobody's ever done this to them before. And that can be enough time to make something work. See, if my BAM was louder. This is a lot of damage and it's very scary and I'm very scared.
Avatar.
Nice. I always forget. I mean, a round or two ago, I got rooted in a beam, which you can just shift out of. But I was in tree form, and I was just like not thinking, and I was like, "Wow, this CC is lasting a really long time. If only there was something that I could do to leave." You have to win 3 or more rounds. So if you go 3 and 3, you still get progress, which thank goodness. If they made you win 4, that would be brutal. But if you win 2 or fewer, you get nothing.
Avatar. 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 Cyclone. Cyclone.
Oh, good interrupt.
Cyclone. Cyclone. Avatar. Avatar.
Nice. If you reach a rank threshold, can you dip below those again? Yeah, you can. But if you reach like, except for 1k. If you reach 1k, I don't think they'll put you underneath it. But if you reach like I reached 1800, but then I dropped below it, and now I'm not earning progress towards my battle mender anymore. And I would need to get back to 1800 if I want to improve the ranking of my vault, which I don't really. But because I hit 1800 once, I have the elite armor, and I have that forever. They won't take away your achievement, or your title, or your armor. But if you want, for some things like battle mender or like gladiator, you have to stay above the racket if you want progress.
Avatar. Cyclone.
What am I doing? I'm just moving around. Cool. That was really close. Just moving around my wife one.
Cyclone. 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 Avatar. Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Trouble. But we won 3. That's all we needed. We won 3. We got 4 rating up because because I guess of the MMR. Did I do any damage? I did less damage than the other druid, but not by much. A couple moonfires and a couple rats really did contribute something. Well, thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. That would be so mean to take it away. Yeah. 5 games left till the mount. Should take a break, but so close. Oh man. I would do it. I would break out the green tea or Mountain Dew or whatever it is that you that you consume, and I would dig in. Although sometimes when you're really close, it's better to like take a walk, especially if you're losing because there's pressure on it. Will you be playing the new super hardcore mode? Oh, you betcha. We're gonna be front and center, all in. I'd say all day, but I don't know about that. Oh man. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm playing a hunter. I'm either gonna be a dwarf or a troll hunter. Dwarf is the safe bet, troll is the fun bet, so I'm probably gonna end up on a troll. Because I'm not very familiar with the horde zones. But you know, you just play safe. Hardcore classic self-found. Why don't you PvP with a priest? Good, I like PvPing with a druid. I like having a bit of separation in my mind between what I play in PvE and what I play in PvP. Crossroads is frustrating, but man. I've always been a druid for PvP ever since Cataclysm. Don't play it safe, play rogue. Play warrior. I managed to die on so many hardcore warriors. I didn't stream any of it. I was just up at night, playing by myself, Just leveling little gnome warriors to 5 and then getting nuked by a leopard and then going, no! And then, and then starting all over again. It was so fun. I was so bad at it. Warrior was so dangerous. Oh, I'm so excited for Self-Found, man. That's why I'm excited to... That's why I want to, like, finish this grind. Also, 75%. Thank you very much. That's why I want to finish this grind, is so that I feel like I'm ready to, like, dig into something new. And not feel like, oh no, the season's gonna end and I didn't finish my Vicious mount. Not gonna do Self-Found, but do want to get back into hardcore. Not even a little bit of Self-Found. Not even to level 5. Nah. Alright, suit yourself. Alright, what do we got? Oh, a mage. Oh, mages. Mages are my kryptonite. They shouldn't be. I should play perfectly well with and against mages, but like... they just go bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing. Bing bong, sheep, 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 sheep. Bah! I'm bad! Oh, man. And a warlock. Also, I've never pressed a hellstone in my life. Tempted to go back and get 60? I'm really not. I don't know why. Finish the level 60, don't want to start from 1. True, fair. That's reasonable. Yeah, I think my warlock's retired. I think she's gonna live happily ever after in Ratchet with her mount. Alright. Let's go. There's also an LA Shaman and a Rogue. I often like cloning rogues in their openers, assuming they don't layer it with Cloak of Shadows. Oh man, I thought I could just YOLO them.
Repentance.
Why did I do that? I trinketed before the CC landed. Maybe. I meant to Shadow Meld. I got my keylines mixed up. I needed to shift. That would have helped that problem. I guess the good news is I still have
Ascendance.
a Shadow Meld. I hope that something's happening with my DPS, because nothing's happening with me.
Ascendance. Repentance.
There we go. That's more like it. That's what you want to do.
Repentance.
Okay, I'm not bored. I just want something to happen. I just want to feel like I know what's going on. What are we doing? My mage is over here. We're at 53% dampening, so I think I'm just like a lawn ornament at this point. I'm just here for moral support. I guess I'm a
Avenging
DPS.
wrath. Searing glare. Ascendance.
There we go. Getting sapped is the thing that tilts me the most. And the rogue trinkets the infernal stun. Alright, I have a rogue and a warlock this time. I like the shaman's name. That hurts. Come on, guys. That's my rogue, that is my warlock. Let's try not to lose my warlock. Not that I did wildly. Notice how I never take any lock gates either. I'm horrible playing with warlocks. Okay.
Polly.
I don't want to go too far from my locked pillar if I can avoid it. Because I know this is where they're going to zap back to as soon as they get into trouble. I don't know where... My rogue is behind that box, I see. You just keep some... Oh, they were locked out. They got interrupted. Well, actually, maybe not.
Avenging Wrath.
I need to remember that sometimes
Polly.
people interrupt themselves.
Repentance.
I have a feeling this is going to be an extremely long, slow, kind of dull match.
Polly.
So my rogue's back there. I refuse to go in with my rogue. They're just going to have to keep an eye on me and come back out if they need heals. Because if I go in that deep and then my warlock ports back here, I'm in trubs. And I don't trust them to, like, you know, no one's talking to each other. We're in shuffle. Alright. That's a little bit of damage.
Polly. 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 Polly.
For what? That's your attack target. Okay. See, this is PvE simulator. Stand at 40 yards. Hardcast whatever you want.
Polly.
I hope we're rotting them. Usually having a lock on your team favors you for long games, because you can often win in dampening.
Avenging Wrath. Polly.
Oh, no. I need to disable that keybind just on this character. Or, like, change it, you know? Oh, speaking of long games and mana. I'm out. I got nothing. I didn't even figure out what kind of water I could get that would let me drink in Arena. Because, like, it's not Azure Ley wine. They won't let me drink Azure Ley wine. And that's the only thing that I could find on, like, the Innkeeper in Veldraken. So, I think we're hooped. I don't even have the mana to press Trank. Moonfire, maybe?
Ascendance.
Nope. You can't drink in solo shuffle? Oh, that's probably why then. I'll stop looking for drinks. That's a good tip. You can eat cookies. Yeah, I guess I could have eaten a cookie. Who the heck is Polly? Weak aura group using underneath your target's target. Eh? Target's target. I don't think I have target to target. I have a focus on. So that's focus. I have a regular, like a Resto Druid weak aura pack. What if I just...
Polly.
Can I get away with it?
Polly. Avenging Wrath. Polly. Searing Glare. Polly. Polly. Searing Glare. Searing Glare. Polly. Repentance.
Whoops.
Evasion. Polly. 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 Avenging Wrath.
There we go. Under 11, mana bun could be a cookie. Yeah, the round ends as soon as somebody dies in solo shuffle because you've got 6 rounds to play per lobby. Yeah, that's a weak aura. That's a weak aura pack. I think I just googled Resto Druid weak auras and there's like a popular weak aura pack that tells you stuff. That's so sick. Oh look, it's the Ragnaros spout. All right, I got the blues potentially brothers. Haven't asked. None of my business. It's the blue folks this time.
Avenging Wrath.
The defensive smoke bomb. We
Fear.
like it.
Fear.
I've used a lot of cooldowns on that mage, so I'm just going to kind of sit whatever they want to put me in here.
Chaos Bolt.
You know,
Chaos
short of
Bolt.
any real disasters. Hold the trinket. Hold the line.
Fear. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Well, are you going to kick me? You should have done.
Chaos Bolt. Fear.
Where is my... There.
Repentance. Fear. Chaos Bolt. In glare. Shadow Fury.
I can almost set up again.
Fear.
I'm not doing a very good job this round
Chaos Bolt.
of lining fears. I'm
Chaos
just
Bolt.
kind of eating them, and that's not ideal for anybody. However, see, that's
Chaos
who I
Bolt.
need to be. Be more like the
Chaos
enemy.
Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
They're lining my CC.
Fear. Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, my bad. Will you guys play Cata Classic? I have no plans to. Personally. Somebody must. I know there's a few people that I've heard from a few people that are excited about it. Nobody that I know super well though. Yeah, so for vicious saddle percentage while shuffling, if you win 3 or more of your 6 rounds, you'll get 2 point something percent, like maybe 2.2-ish. And if you win 2 or less rounds, then you get nothing. And if somebody leaves, then you get nothing.
Searing glare. Polly. Avenging Wrath. Fear.
I'm gonna try and do a mildly better job of just sitting my butt on a pillar. Don't lose my DPS too much, but also just don't stand needlessly in
Chaos
front of the
Bolt.
Warlock.
Chaos Bolt. Fear.
Or the Mage for that matter, but...
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Shadow Fury. Polly.
Why did I get out of Animal Form for that?
Chaos Bolt.
So I could
Polly.
go hang out with my Warlock on their box. Argument be made for that.
Polly.
A lot of arguments be made for not being where I am.
Fear.
I could gate back there. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna load my rogue up. And then I'm gonna...
Fear.
Well,
Chaos
maybe I
Bolt.
can't. Maybe I already used it? Doesn't sound like me.
Chaos Bolt. Fear. Searing glare. Searing glare. Shadow Fury.
You ever see the Swan Princess movie? And there's a song in the beginning where the 2 children are being like forced to be friends because they're betrothed.
Vengeance.
And they're singing about how this isn't my idea of fun. I think of that a lot. In some matches. Not all of them. Just some
Polly.
of them.
Polly.
I'm just standing in the open.
Chaos Bolt. Avenging Wrath.
54%
Polly.
dampening. My rogue is the blue square. The shaman there.
Fear. Fear. Polly. Polly.
I have 4 seconds on a dispel.
Shadow Fury. Fear.
I probably didn't need to trinket that. That was a poor
Polly.
trinket.
Polly. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
I've also like... Okay.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
73% dampening. Something's gotta give. Let's go! Do something cool! Do anything!
Fear.
I have no mana left! Nope. Yeah, you can root the tree. And you can shift out and then back into tree to break the root, though. Why am I running out of mana? Part of 74% dampening. Do you not understand? It was a long match, man. Yeah. It's a little bit more than 2%. It's not exactly 2%. It's 2 point something. I don't know if it's like 2.2 or it's not 2.5, but it's somewhere between 2.1 and 2.5. Because every now and then you'll get like 3% tick up. Like I'm at 75%, which would be impossible if it was a flat 2. Alright. I really want to win this one.
Searing glare. Ascendance. Fear.
Oh, I did it again. I hit trinket
Chaos
instead of
Chaos
I hit trinket instead of
Fear.
Shadow Meld, which is, I don't need to tell you, not good. No good.
Repentance. Chaos bolt. Chaos bolt.
I've never seen people play so defensively, which is like
Fear.
great, but it makes for very long games.
Avenging wrath.
They're targeting my admittedly no good attention span with this one.
Fear.
Oh, I
Chaos
could have melded
bolt.
that. Or lined it. I was on a pillar. Darn it. Sometimes
Chaos bolt. Chaos
Sometimes your
bolt.
DPS is very far, and sometimes you just crack over the rating that you wanted to grind games at, and then you drop down. Maybe you should just get the passive trick. I'm sure nobody would bully you for it. Yeah, that was on me. I made a boo-boo. I did an oopsie. It's okay. They can't take my 75% away from me. I mean, they could, but they shouldn't. I wonder if I can finish this weekend. Like between today on stream and tomorrow on stream. I would need to win a lot. I would need to queue a lot and I would need to win a lot. You just need those fast lobbies. I always did say that if I managed to, oh, I guess we got 2 rounds actually. We were at 17 of 50. We're at 19 of 50 now, because we won 2 of those, I guess. So we gotta win another one to get back above, and then maybe we could do a few more. If I finish Battle Mender, then I will see if I can get into actual 3s just to finish off the achievement. But I don't want to do it if I don't have Battle Mender. If there's a chance that at some point in grinding out this mountain shuffle that I could finish Battle Mender, I would like to do that. Stream until you get there. Yeah? Is this the top-notch, high-quality entertainment that you're looking for? I mean, I guess this is basically what... not that different from a standard Hazel stream. Oh, boy. And if I pug a 3s team, then I have to, like, talk to them. Talking to strangers? Oh, man. Spooky. I've seen this transmog before. I remember that player. I queued with them yesterday. I don't remember how it went, but I could never forget a transmog and also a name like that. Pretty much what I signed up for. Yeah. And then we have a mage of the frost variety. Devoker and a holy priest. I haven't seen a holy priest in a minute. That's kind of fun. It is satisfying to see that number tick up a little bit. I was kind of worried I would end the season at 17. Yeah, I know. The markers are sometimes matched, but often they're not, and it also drives me nuts. I like matching class color to marker.
Sleepwalk. Nullifying Shroud. Dragon Rage.
Oh, I hate this thing.
Chaos
I'm so bad
Bolt.
with this wall.
Sleepwalk. For infusion.
Like, I haven't
Chaos
seen my
Bolt.
mage in 10 years because they're on the other
Fear.
side of this wall. I have to sprint around it. No! I thought I could squeeze. I thought I could squeeze, and I could not squeeze. And every time... You know what's dumb is I'm pretty sure that wall was on my team. I guess I'm not sure. No, I had the Demon Hunter before. It's so effective against me. I like see it's like too far. I'm like, yeah, no. It blocks line of sight, and it works very well on this map, especially when I'm too stubborn to walk around it because I feel like something will happen instead. Was it Mage Demon Hunter? It was Mage Demon Hunter. That was a friendly wall. But it blocks line of sight for both teams.
Metamorphosis. Fear. 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 Metamorphosis. Fear. Chaos Bolt. Fear. Power Infusion. Fear. 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 Metamorphosis.
I think he's heading into fear.
The Hunt. Fear.
I think it's the curse. I think every time I hit 1800, I'm destined to tank all the way back down to 1650 and then spend 2 days of my life crawling back up to 1800 and then just do it all over again. Maybe if I do that 5 times, I'll finally be better at this game.
Metamorphosis.
Who are we hitting, by the way? Is it the Demon Hunter? Someone's doing damage to the Demon Hunter. Me.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt.
Fear. Fear. Shadow Fury. Fear. Metamorphosis. Chaos Bolt.
So there's no
Chaos
range
Bolt.
kick, which means that I should be able to just
Chaos
I
Bolt.
mean, DR, but
Metamorphosis. Fear. Chaos Bolt.
I think I'm getting panicky. Like I'm not thinking properly. We've got a square over there. Good. Okay, somebody won. Fear. Don't think I've ever been in this map. It's a newer one. This is Nakudon Proving Grounds. So they added this one in Dragonflight. That is what it took for me to get to 8k BGs. We get to 7,900, tank back down to 7k over and over again. Yeah. I am like a 5 to 6k BGs player. I can tell because whenever I get like up a little bit in rating and people start actually making good choices, then I don't get to do my fun builds anymore. So then I get like 8th place a couple times, tank it back down.
Nullifying
Then I
Shroud.
get back to the fun rating. My favorite way to play Hearthstone BGs is to take dummy risks
Nullifying Shroud.
that mostly don't pay off, but when they do, they're very fun.
Sleepwalk. Dragon Range. Nullifying Shroud. Metamorphosis. Sleepwalk. Power Infusion. The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
I'd love to CC somebody, but like, I guess they're not. They're mainly on the Devoker, so I guess I can get away with a clone on the DH, because the Priest is mainly getting. See, look, there's the wall. That's where we want to be. Priest is mainly getting feared.
Metamorphosis.
Nice. See it a little different. If you make the best possible choices, you get the most insanely fun builds. That's probably true. I have this thing where I don't like being flexible in BGs. So like, I'll start the game, I'll pick a hero, and if I can pick a hero that meshes with one tribe, I'll be like, cool, I'm blank. And then I will only play that tribe. And like, I'll maybe mix a couple of other cards into it that aren't that tribe, but for the most part, I like having a plan. And I like, and then if I can't find the cards for my plan, then I'm like, well, oh well, too bad. You know, I was playing quill boards, but I never found a prickly piper, so I guess my gems aren't gonna, my blood gems aren't going to give me any attack. 7th place.
Ice Nullifying Shroud. Dragon Range.
So this time I
Nullifying
can
Shroud.
get around. I might get feared, yeah.
Sleepwalk.
I'm gonna do a little baby.
Nullifying Shroud. Power Infusion.
I can't juke.
Sleepwalk. Polly. Sleepwalk.
Well, that's a lot of cooldowns at least.
Polly. Sleepwalk. Polly. Sleepwalk. Dragon Rage. Polly. Icy Veins. Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud. Power Infusion. Nullifying Shroud. Polly. Polly. Sleepwalk.
Good, 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 good. Yeah, it's a mage
Icy
wall.
Veins.
Trying to get Miran's jump jets is so hard. No one around to help. Group finder takes a while. I am also still missing that one. At one point in my life, I would like to, and I would not even dare to promise when this would be, but at some point I would like to put together a stream group for that, because I need it as well. But I don't have any plans to do it in the near future. I just noticed that the priest's name is Hamburgle. That's cute. I like that. Alright, that's my Dev Ogre. That's my Warlock. And here we go.
Icy Veins. Metamorphosis.
There's an ice wall coming in. Maybe. If anything, the Demon Hunter's trapped back here with me. And my wrath. Literally. Wrath.
Polly. Metamorphosis. Power. The Hunt.
That is a lot of damage. I'm gonna sit that. We're okay. There's no CC I could really go for on the priest anyway right now. Let's just get my hots back up. Maybe try to YOLO something onto the mage. Nope, that was greedy. It's just that sometimes it pays off, you know?
Metamorphosis.
Oh, and they're fully DO'd. I should probably stop standing on top of these folks. As lovely as they are. I think the AoE is not my friend here. Being cleaved.
Icy Veins.
You know, be the cleaver, not the cleaved. Be a burglar, don't get burgled. Don't really know what I'm saying anymore. But I kind of already got my 3 rounds.
The Hunt.
So don't get me wrong, I would love more. I would love to win more. But I'm not going to cry Well, I might cry. You can't ever count that out. Love your Zed next change target. Definitely going to use it. I've only recently switched to that because I had it on Scroll Wheel for the longest time, and Scroll Wheel was just doing me dirty on any round that had any kind of pets. So I'm trying to get used to the Zed next thing. An important component of it is somebody in chat put me onto Frame Sort, which is an add-on that will that'll kind of reorganize your party frames so that 1 and 2 are consistent, because I always want Zed to be this middle one and then X to be the bottom one. Crying is permitted. This isn't baseball after all. Are people not allowed to cry in baseball? Do they like kick you out if you cry?
Icy veins. Fear. Fear.
I don't know where to stand
Power infusion.
in this equation.
Chaos bolt. Poly.
It's a lot of damage.
Chaos
coming
bolt.
at us here.
Chaos bolt. Poly.
Can I get away with it? I'm gonna get feared, and then I'm gonna trinket. Gonna get kicked? Well, that's no good.
Chaos bolt. Chaos bolt. Poly.
We're not gonna go out like this.
Fear. Fear.
If we go out, we do it some other way. I can't help you with that fear. My spell's on cooldown.
Chaos bolt. Chaos bolt.
Do something cool.
Chaos bolt.
Sometimes I get one Cyclone, and then nobody dies, and I look around like, what happened? Guys, the plan was I would get a single Cyclone, and you would
Chaos
just, like, kill somebody. You know, where's the teamwork gone? I have reasonable expectations.
Shadow Fury. Shadow Fury. Fear. I fear.
I'm gonna get feared. I'm afraid. I'm tranking. I don't really know why, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done.
Chaos bolt. Power infusion.
I'm going around the wall. Around the wall.
Fear. Chaos bolt.
No! Oh well. That's okay. Rating unchanged. Conquest, honor, etc. Progress, that's important. CR in the 1700s range. Hmm. 1786. 77% on the Moonbeast, though. Let me see. Hang on. Tom Hanks said so. But if you cried of happiness or a bug flies in your eyes, it's from a movie, A League of Their Own. Oh, I saw that! The thumbnail for that movie on, when I was browsing movies last night. They make you play softball instead. I see. Alright. Do I have lots of stuff? Yeah. Could buy a couple more Marks of Honor. Not loads of them, but something. I'm vaguely hungry, which it's early to be hungry. I did get groceries though. And groceries delivered this morning, so guess who has food in the fridge again? Feels good. I got the supplies I need to make dumplings. I haven't made steamed dumplings from scratch. Well, not scratch. I bought dumpling wrappers. I'm not talented. But I haven't made dumplings from scratch in a long time. Like years and years. I've been making just like pre-made frozen dumplings. And those are tasty, but they're very expensive. The decent ones. So I'm gonna make dumplings. I've got cabbage, I've got mushrooms. I'm sure I've got like some ginger. I could do a little sauce. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be tasty. It's fun, but they are laborious. Started watching this Netflix cooking show called Easy Bake Battle that's hosted by Anthony from Queer Eye. We love a famous Canadian. And the premise of the show is it's kind of like a cooking competition, but they're making like easy things like late night, you know, single parent with their hands full. What can you make in 30 minutes using only things from your freezer? That kind of challenge. And they're like home cooks are competing. And it seemed like I've only seen one episode so far, but in that one episode, 2 different people used wonton wrappers and like filled them with stuff and then fried them. And I thought, well, this is the perfect cooking show for me because I like watching cooking shows, but then I go, well, I would never make all of those things because I'm all kinds of lazy. This is the perfect show that shows me things that I might actually do. Like they score based on things like how few ingredients can you get away with? How easy can you make this dish? Hoping the gimmick was they could only use an Easy Bake Oven. So they have a giant Easy Bake Oven. In the first episode, in the last challenge, that's one of them, is they made a giant, like, oven-sized Easy Bake Oven, and they said, okay, this is going to turn on in blank time. It'll be on for this amount of time. You can only use the oven, you know, like, when it's on. I feel like somebody somewhere had that up on a board. I need to watch this. Yeah, I thought it was fun. 1 wee light bulb for heat. I don't remember whether or not I had an Easy Bake Oven, but the fantasy had a strong hold over childhood me. The idea that it was like a toy that could make food out of like, oh man, so cool. Cabbage feels like a punishment. I actually really like cabbage pancakes, if you've ever made those with like, those can be really yummy, like cabbage egg. I forget what I used to put in them. I haven't done them in a long time, but they're tasty. It's like a street food. Easy Bake Oven, Play-Doh Fun Factory. I wanted all that stuff. I've also sometimes done like a savory pancake that's like regular pancakes, but not sweet, and then with like green onions and cheddar cheese. And that's a good time. You have them with like a little bit of sour cream on top. I am hungry. It would be very easy to make me talk about food for the next 45 minutes. Oh, yeah, yeah. What was your favorite toy as a kid? I can remember some toys I had as a kid, but I don't know if I would know offhand what like my best memories were. I had a science kit that was pretty cool. I had like a little lab kit. I don't remember what the experiments were, but it had like beakers and goggles, and that was fun. I had a book of bugs. That was a good book. I had a light bright. That was pretty sweet. It was basically like glowing pixel art, but you would put the little bulbs in, or you would put the little plastic parts over top of like the light board to make different pictures. Microscope for me, or my Sega Genesis. Did the science kit K-I-T kit? No, it was some gift. I remember it had pipettes. And I was very excited about that. Oh, I was being silly. Oh, whoosh, right over my head. Favorite toy we never owned is Mousetrap. We had that at one parent's house that we would visit. There was a Mousetrap there. My sister was obsessed with it. Furbies were pretty good. I had some Furbies. I had a GameCube. That was the business. My sister and I had a GameCube when we were like sort of 12, 13-ish. Maybe a little younger than that. An aunt got it for us, and that was like the coolest thing ever. I would play Zelda Wind Waker, and we had Mario Party, and we had Smash Brothers Melee. And I would play Smash Brothers Melee by myself because nobody would play with me, and I didn't really understand how it worked, but I played it anyways because it said it won a bunch of awards on the box. On the spirograph set, you could draw all kinds of geometric things. Oddly engaging. We had Lego and Duplo, but I don't remember getting super, super big into it. And there was like coloring. But coloring always tilted me as a child because my sister was 2 years older and therefore 2 years more coordinated. So she could color in the lines much better than I could. And that gave me an inferiority complex. So I wasn't so much about that. There were the standard musical instruments. There was a red shiny harmonica hanging around that tasted like metal when you would play it. Curse of the Elder Sister is strong. She's a lovely person. She's a wonderful person. I think I must have grown as a person because I don't resent her as an adult, and she's like an incredibly cool and successful adult. And I'm really happy for her, so I must have grown at some point. Oh, she worked really hard in school. She did very well. She got a good job. She gets poached every year or so into a better job because everybody wants her to do the thing that she's good at.
Avatar.
I'm getting game done here.
Penitence.
I didn't really think about this game.
Shattering Thrall.
Cloned over the swords. You don't need to be doing stuff while you've got your defenses up. Take a time
Power
out.
Infusion.
Take a bath. That's a red paladin. Look at you go. You gotta take good care of your red paladins. They're like, ducklings.
Power Infusion.
I'm gonna get CC'd a bunch. I do still have a trinket available. Oh no, I don't. I lied. But I got my my thingy off my overgrowth. That works. At least you did not have a younger sister better at everything. That is far worse. Yeah, that would have been trouble. Plus, she looks like Anne Hathaway. This is true. Hazel, there used to be a website about how pipettes were used improperly. I think it's called that's not what pipettes are for.com. I did not know that. That's fantastic. How were they used improperly? I used to use them to quote unquote aerate my sea monkeys quote unquote tank, the little sea monkeys aquarium. It would come with a pipette that you would use to like blow bubbles. And the idea was that would oxygenate the tank, which was laughable in hindsight that you would oxygenate a tank by hand by like doing bubbles 2 or 3 times a day. Which a child would never do. They would do it like once a week. That would have any impact. But brine shrimp are kind of tough anyway, so like, it would usually work out regardless. This is danger and I'm scared. Let's just make sure that we don't die without pressing all of our buttons, eh? Nobody, that's embarrassing. You know, if you're gonna die, press all your buttons first, and then you can be like, well, at least I pressed all my buttons.
Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud. Avatar. time.
I'm at 24% mana. We can't do this forever.
Dragon range.
And luckily we don't have to. Glad you finished that sentence. That pause was terrifying. How's Solo Shuffle treating you today? Pretty good, pretty good. How'd your outing go yesterday? We had all the deadly toys. Jarts. Slip and slide chemistry set. I'm afraid to ask, but what are jarts? They sound like darts combined with something else. Lawn darts. Yeah, nothing like arming your children with projectile
Power
weapons.
infusion.
Can I cycle?
Dragon range.
Can I? I'm gonna get feared. Cyclone again. Just to kind of break up their go here.
Power infusion.
And I thought I was gonna be so clever and eat that fear
Penitence.
to kind of reset my DR, except that it almost got us killed anyways. No, it was so much damage! Oh, you had a Zen ward on you. I did not do enough. We need another win. Really nice. Had lunch with some friends. Baby slept the whole time. Aw. Imagine a dart that's about 8 inches long made of metal. No. Baby's first javelin. That's funny. I mean, terrifying, but it's funny when it's not in my life near any children within a 2-kilometer radius. Yeah, Dragon Skins should be available after Dragonflight. Short of like limited time ones like the Gladiator ones, but we don't talk about that.
Searing glare.
Now's a good time for me to get feared into any.
Power infusion. Power infusion.
Oh, they're fully DR, that's why.
Searing glare. Penitence.
I understand. I wonder why they dodged the PBS. If nobody's on this paladin, I can just kind of do that. No spells for a bit. Nice. Tricycle jousting. Statistically, I think the slip and slide was more dangerous than the jarts. Yeah. There were a couple of dangerous toys in my, or games in my youth, but they were generally overseen by adults. Which may or may not reflect poorly on the adults. But, you know, we made it to adulthood. I lived. I survived. Slip and slide was so fun. Crazy carpets in the winter. I cannot believe that they market, like, I don't know what they charged for those, but it was too much. It was a sheet of plastic.
Nullifying shroud.
It wasn't even
Nullifying
nice
glare.
plastic.
Sleepwalk.
Oh, I messed that up. And they called them, they had the audacity to call them sleds? Good grief. Speaking of good grief, I let that person get a little low, didn't I? Oh, I hate it when my trends get feared. You know, you need to rely on something in your life. And sometimes I rely on my trends.
Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk. Searing glare. Searing glare. Sleepwalk. Nullifying shroud. Nullifying shroud.
Oh, the line of sight, the line of sight. Although, that's actually okay. We managed to save an arm bark there. Nice. You went down hella fast. My mom, smart cookie, made us wear helmets, like full bicycle helmets whenever we were on the crazy carpets, because we had a very long driveway and it was very steep to the point that in the winter you had to park the car at the bottom and trek all the way up the hill. And it was huge because the car just couldn't make it up the hill when it was icy. It was like a gravel, long, twisty, windy, super steep, great driveway. And that made it incredible to sled down, except that because it was twisty, if you just went in a straight line, you would careen into the barn, which we did. So my mom would just like be like, all right, you're gonna do this anyway. We're strapping some protection on you. Try not to hit the barn. But you had a helmet on anyway, so I'm sure some mana brain cells were preserved. Thanks, Mom.
Avatar. Searing glare.
What if I just trank so I don't have to think for like 5 seconds? I can't CC anybody.
Avatar. Searing glare. Searing glare.
This is an incredible amount of throughput. Can't keep this up. Quick. We need pressure. No, we got pizza. Okay, I'm gonna go get food. No. Or, oh man. Wait. Oops. I don't know what I was trying to do, but we won 4 rounds, so that's okay. That's what we needed. We won 4 rounds. We got 3 rating. Ay. Yeah, you get conquest and stuff, though. Interesting how the shift from wearing a helmet while skiing or snowboarding went from barely anyone to everyone. Yeah, here on bikes, you see a lot more people wearing helmets than I saw wearing helmets on bikes in the States. but you still see kids sometimes. There was a pack of kids that had found a steep street, not like sidewalks or anything, like road where cars drive. And it was a hill, and it was nighttime, and they were wearing like dark clothes with no reflectives, and they had these like boards on wheels, not skateboards, they were like four wheels shorter board, and they were like filming each other rolling down, like bombing down this hill, sitting on these things, potentially into oncoming traffic at nighttime with no helmets. I was like, it's a miracle that, you know, we have enough youth to be posting on TikTok. It's awesome. Like, it was the most dangerous thing that, I mean, that I'd seen. It was a quiet street. There wasn't a lot of traffic, but if traffic had come along, not only would it have been very hard to see these teenagers that were just like rolling crouched down on these boards, it would have been really hard to see them at night, but nobody could have stopped either. Well, do you ever see delivery people wearing helmets here? Something teenage me would have done. My partner and I were talking about it because we both watched it, and he was like, yeah, I might have done that as a kid. And I feel like I was such a goody two-shoes that I would have been that person being like, listen, if you guys are going to do this and you're not going to wear helmets, I'm not going to stay here and watch. I would have gone home. I wouldn't have tattled. I wouldn't have told an adult. But I also would not have wanted to be a witness because I would have been convinced that somebody was about to die. Yeah. All right, what time is it? 11:34. We're going back in. We're at 79% on this thing. Would have been the car spotter. Hardest part of being a mom, keeping your kids alive. I swear teenagers have no self-preservation at all. Yeah. Kids, teenagers. I'd like to nominate puppies for that list too. I was terrified of getting caught, so I learned how to plan my adventures meticulously to not get caught. Like, don't get me wrong, I engaged in plenty of risky behavior, and I did dumb, dangerous things when I was young, but I don't know, that was up there. Hello there. Hello, how are you doing? It's all fun and games until somebody dies. But hey, because we cracked 1800, we upgraded this. Not that it really matters. Like I said, the PvP item level is not the PvP item level, the regular item level is kind of just for nothing. I suppose I'll dump some flight stones into anything that wants it, though. We're back up to 1,000 conquest. If I can get another 1800, I can get the last conquest weapon appearance. Abadox, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. It's a long time, Mom. Agree with that. Long slope to sled down going home. Ended in a road and then train tracks. Yeah. Yeah, that I have done. Because sometimes there are roads at the end of hills and sometimes it is tough to stop. But on a day that's like really snowy enough to be sledding, yeah, there might be cars, but there's not necessarily going to be a ton of cars. What druid form is that? Which one? Was it this one? I have a bear. I have an owl bear. And then I have like a default one, and then I have, it was probably the owlbear. That's a cool one. I got it from somewhere in the Emerald Dream. I couldn't really tell you which. So, what are we saying? I'm just upgrading things for the sake of it. It's just flight stones and Drake's Crest to get them to 4 of 8. Although I don't have unlimited Drake's Crests. Joe is the chicken. You want to see the chicken? There, that's the chicken. You give me 10% spell damage. Should do that sometime when I'm spamming Rev. I don't think 5 of 8. Actually, I don't know if 5 of 8 is a new appearance, but I would need new crests for it. I would need better crests. What a chicken. You like it? I was doing like a blue and purple thing. And then of course there's the old-fashioned tree. And then travel form. Like T-Glyph of Stars. Okay, we have an Outlaw Rogue. I was just talking about how I never see Outlaw Rogues. Outlaw Rogue, Arms Warrior, Ret Pala. Assassination Rogue. I don't an enemy Resto Druid. What a lovely lobby. Hey, we made it to 26 of 50. Must have had a round or two before I tanked back below. I don't remember. I don't know. At or above rival. It's because they outlawed them. I see what you've done there. We're trying for 80% today. 80% would be good. What are these names? Oh dear. I'm not even going to say that.
Avatar. Evasion.
I like Grima. I think that's cool. Grima Wormtongue.
Cyclone. Avatar. Evasion. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Okay, I'm gonna need to do something cooler than this. If I want to get... Win.
Cyclone. Avatar.
Oh, that wasn't very cool of me. Oh well. He's the worst character. Yeah, but like... He's the worst character from a good book. Also, I betcha I could think of a worse character. Also, how do you define bad character? Like, morally bankrupt? Not interesting? Socially reprehensible? Like, is it like a hair sliminess thing? Because...
Cyclone. Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone. Avatar.
I'm making a bit of a mess in my rotation here. It's important if you're going to send word to try to have, unless you absolutely can't, to try to have a
Evasion.
a Swiftman so you can extend it, because you'll get a lot more value out of it that way. And I've been desyncing my send word and my Swiftbend all game.
Cyclone.
I think I need to be a bit more aggressive.
Avatar. Cyclone. Cyclone.
But of course, sometimes you're aggressive and then you get punished for it. There we go. The sledding hill is called the ski hill. I never found out if anyone ever skied on it. Alright. At this rate, it's going to take me tomorrow and then maybe one more day of queuing to get this done. But I would love to get it finished this week. I guess I'll still have one more week before Southend comes out, so there's time.
Evasion. Cyclone.
Oh, I made a big mistake. Big boo-boo.
Evasion.
I wonder if I can clone the end of the evasion? No. I trinketed a really short silence because I really badly wanted to extend the send word because we were just talking about it. And that was a terrible play that didn't even work. I didn't even get it. Can I pick any? Oh.
Cyclone.
I can do this. I can do this.
Evasion. Cyclone. Cyclone.
Sometimes you just have to distract them long enough. Nothing's like dodging hockey dance. Alright, we need another win. Surprised at how well the bread machine has worked. Sometimes the loaf has a weird shape, but always rises and tastes good. Yeah, I like mine a lot. I like mine plenty. It does a real good job. I've been using it recently, like for maybe four or five times a week. Like all of the bread has come out of the bread machine. Mainly because the homemade sourdough, even in the bread machine, without all of the extra love and care and cold proof time, is still so good that it kind of makes it hard to want to eat other bread. So I just keep pumping out loaves of that. Because it's easy enough to do. Can I get away with this?
Cyclone.
hard swap now that the cheat death is over.
Cyclone.
Nice. Why is it sour? Did you forget the sugar? 5 times a week? Yeah, I mean, I'm not making huge loaves of bread, and there's 2 of us, and we eat bread fairly often. We'll eat bread usually with breakfast and with lunch. Rule number 1 is never take cash at face value. It's a trap.
Evasion. Cyclone.
Past 2 hours, I only got 1 solo shuffle, and I was 2 of 6. Oh no. Is there anyone else in here that you don't take at face value? Oh, you know. You gotta sniff it out sometimes. And then sometimes you can't tell, so you just do whatever feels like it's gonna lead to the best stream. That rule goes for chat and capitalism, funnily enough. Alright, last round. Let's fight this one out. No levers, please.
Avatar. Cyclone. 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 Cyclone.
Oh, boo boo.
Cyclone.
Dangerous boo boo.
Cyclone. Avatar. Cyclone. 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 Avatar.
No! We tried. Hey, we got an achievement. And a little bit of rating. Stones can try to fly. Earn 20,000 flight stones. Apparently. But I guess for maybe for this character. I don't feel like I've earned that many flight stones. I must have done. I've opened a lot of windows that I didn't mean to. Leave arena. Plant 3 seeds quest must be the easiest weekly ever. Is it only 3 now? I thought it was 5 if it's only 3. I did not check out the sheep game. No, not yet. Look at all this stuff. Plus we can buy another couple marks of honor. We got the delightful honor of getting to 81% on the Moonbeast. Not a bad spot to be starting. And we're now over halfway on Battle Mender. It might actually... Oh, Kitty, I'm so sorry. I bumped you. Oh, sorry, sweetie. Here, let me turn on your heat as a... I'm sorry. Let me turn you on to 1. There you go. She's curled up on a not active... Well, now it's active, but a formerly not active heating pad. All things come up Millhouse. I think... We're, if anything, reminding ourselves that if you play a lot, you will get mildly better. You won't, you know, you're not going to, like, wake up one morning and suddenly be, like, you know, who am I thinking of? Cubsy. I'm not going to just wake up and be like, wow, I'm Cubsy, but, you know, you can wake up as a 5% better version of yourself. Let's clean out some space, maybe post up some recipes, maybe buy a little... So I have 1,200 conquest. We're gonna save a little more. We've got another weapon to buy, but I just dump honor into these things. That's good. Only 26. We can get a couple more hunter sets if we wanted. You're not gonna wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. I don't know how P. Diddy feels. Is he generally a pretty happy guy? Literally one thing for the Loveful meta. Can't get into Arathi Basin. Oh no, I'm sorry. One in the dream that rewards the token is 5. The one you get in Veldraken is 3. I see. I do like those transmog tokens. I'm so happy with how today went. That was so much better. We didn't win everything like we did yesterday, but we did good. We made some progress. We're up to 81. I think I'm doing this again tomorrow. You just got to keep at it. You just got to slam it out. No, I do know that song. I don't know many things, but I do remember TikTok. The song. Not the platform. You also don't know how she feels. I think she feels like she's been through some stuff. Yeah, I trust Kesha implicitly. Have to hide my seedlings because my cats eat everything, even tomato seedlings. Oh, I'm jealous. Tomato seedlings smell so good. Tomato plants smell really good. Oh, should I start anything? No. Yes. No. Maybe. No. Oh, it is late February. Now is the time. What if my stream lamps double as seed starters, eh? Anyways, I am finishing up for today. I'm going to wrap up. I'm not going to keep for another one. I will be back tomorrow. Same place, same activity, more progress. Hopefully we can get real close. I appreciate the company very much. The VOD will land on the Stream VODs channel on YouTube, where all of our Stream VODs land. If you wanted to watch Hazel's streams after the fact and you wanted to do it on YouTube instead of Twitch, there's a link right there. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.